Here we are with Kjell Forsberg of Ericsson at Mobile World Congress 2012. Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So what I really want to talk about is Ericsson's in-game communication platform.
Ericsson in-game communication platform?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, first of all, can you name any video game companies that already use in-game communication or have expressed interest to use it in the future?
We have a contract with the Swedish company for making the platform for the game industry. I can't recall the name of the company. I can get you the name of the company later on. But basically, we're providing the communication built into that game platform. So it's a traditional online game similar to what we bought type of platforms.
Swedish company that produces an MMO game.
Yes, exactly. Or platforms for MMO games, yes.
Sure. Okay. Are there any games for desktop systems or mobile devices that currently use in-game communication?
Not yet. We are in discussions with many of these companies. I think this is a new area, both for Ericsson, but also for the gaming industry as such, and the operators as well. So we are having a lot of discussions with different operators.
Right. What mobile operating systems do you support right now, and which ones are you going to support in the future?
Well, the ones that we're looking at and trying out with is of course the ones that are Android-based, as well as the ones that are based on the iPad, iOS platforms. So it's basically the already available platforms in the market that we're looking into.
So just the dominant ones, then iOS and Android,
Exactly.
Not Symbian or Pada or anything.
No, I mean, what basically is that the gaming industry, I mean, they make the games themselves and they make the games available on different platforms. And we are just a component to make sure it works behind.
Are there any plans for Windows Phone support?
I think it's up to the gaming industry or the game companies, yes, no problem. It's up to the game companies how they want to do this. It's their choice if they want to make the game available on the Windows platforms, on the Android platforms, on the iOS platforms.
I was talking about dedicated software from Ericsson, like a gaming client or something like that.
No, we're not into the game client as such. I mean, we provide basic components for the gaming industry, and then they put everything together inside the game.
If in-game communication detects advanced hardware like high-end sound blaster card, does it take advantage of hardware acceleration or EAX technology?
Yet again, that is up to how they design the game. It's really the game company as such that decides how they want to use the capabilities in the different platforms.
That's not the part that Ericsson does?
No.
Does in-game communication support voice commands like what we saw in Tom Clancy's End War or any other kind of voice recognition?
I haven't looked into that. I need to look into that. It's an interesting feature. What we focused on is this experience in the game. So basically that when you talk to someone, it should feel like you're talking to someone, and when someone is coming in from the right, you should hear it's someone coming in from the right. So we focus more on the experience as such, and also that when you approach someone in the game, that you can talk to the person in the game, or you can open up a chat inside the game with the person.
So to what I asked earlier, there is some kind of surround component to this platform.
Yes, exactly.
Why should a video game company, especially a major one, choose in-game communication over what they can develop in-house?
I think what we bring to the table is really the total experience. Imagine yourself, you're playing an online game on your iPad and you're sitting in a train station and so on. And what we can facilitate is to make sure that you get the relevant bandwidth to play the game as such, so that it actually enhances the experience. And also, as I said before, since it's built into the game as such, you don't need to pull up a secondary chat, you don't need to put up a secondary voice communication and so on. It's all of that is already built into the game component as such.
So basically, if a company does this on its own, they have to build their own network. And if Ericsson does it, you provide your own network.
Yeah,
right?
we provide the capabilities of communicating inside the game. And so on.
Do you plan to release any dedicated accessories for in-game communication, like Bluetooth headsets?
That's not something that we've looked into now. That is really up to the different manufacturers of the pads and the equipment as such.
But would you license something like that? Possibly?
It's not something that we've looked into for now, if that's a possible opportunity or not.
Do you offer any optimization tweaks for communication through Microsoft Connect and Sony Move?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Alright, I don't necessarily want you to mention any names. Just tell me a ballpark estimate of where in-game communication stands compared to the competition in terms of bandwidth usage, sound quality, and service stability.
From what I've seen and experienced myself, I haven't really seen anyone with our type of proposition in the market yet. I think we found a unique spot where we can really serve the end user with a much better experience when they're actually playing the game online. And it's also a role for the operator to play here to make sure that the bandwidth for the device you're playing with is optimized as well, so that the gaming experience is much better. I mean, usually when you play an online game, you actually maybe want to go and shoot someone in the game, and then of course you want to shoot before they shoot you. So it's very sensitive, delay sensitive in that sense, the whole experience of the game. So but what we can bring to the table is basically making these games available in mobile environment with the mobility aspect taken into consideration. It's quite okay and simple to build it with a fixed broadband communication where you sort of have a nomadic behavior. You are where you are and you have the bandwidth that you know that you have.
Well, okay, that's all I wanted to ask.
Good.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.